Hey, Jason Rice here from Lotpop, exclusive for an FCA offer. I wanted to kind of go over what we do as a company. Created this company over 7 years ago, started with Viato in 2005, been helping dealerships for 15 years overcoming used car inventory obstacles and be able to come up with a proven process to increase both gross and volume. You don't have to choose one or the other. Again, as I stated, I started this company almost 7 years ago, and we've created what we call the lot score. What we do is we analyze your inventory, your lot as a whole, and find issues with your inventory. What's moving, what's not? Is it a photo problem, a stocking problem? Is it an age bucket problem? Is it a middle bucket bleed through problem? Pricing, cost, average investment? We analyze your inventory as a lot as a whole and help merge that with your inventory management tool. If you dealers that have Viato, Max Digital / First Look, this is right up your alley. Again, with Viato for over 8 years and a director there, I've helped hundreds and matter of fact thousands of dealerships I've stepped foot in, seen the good, bad, and the ugly, and I know the processes that it takes to overcome it and become one of the beasts in the market. And that's what we're bringing to you. Our biggest asset is we do a weekly call with you and your management team every week. Not too many vendors out there doing that. And our inventory analysts only handle 25 to 30 accounts, so they're exclusively yours. And we do upwards of 5,000 price changes every week across the nation, across the board, on all different market, all different franchises, and we'll be able to bring you the best insight of what's going on in the markets. Because let's face it, the next few months and the next probably year, this used car market is going to move faster than you've seen at least for 10 years, since the recession. It's going to move so fast right now, and you're going to have to stay on top of it. So FCA has partnered with us. We became a approved vendor because they know dealerships have a strong used car inventory, is going to have a strong new car and CPO programs. So let me just kind of recap. We do a weekly call with you and how we analyze your inventory. I'm just going to scroll through a bunch of charts here. We have 30 key metrics between how the status of your inventory is looking, how the marketing of your inventory is looking, how the stocking of your inventory is looking, and we're going to point out certain issues. I'm going to go through ones real quick. This is a Chrysler store that we're currently looking at, but I also want to show you, since this dealer started with us, which wasn't that long ago, look at their volume. This orange line here is a 2-week sale rate. You can see how we've increased their sale rate over the last 2 weeks and really started cleaning up their inventory. And the biggest thing that we focus on is what we call first 30. We have wristbands we share with our dealers to focus on the first 30. You want gross and volume? Sell 60 to 70% of your sales in the first 30 days. You can have both, but you got to sell the cars while they're fresh. So the first couple charts real quick that we look at on every day, we look at how your inventory is sitting by age buckets, down to 0 to 30, what we call fresh, 31 to 60, and 60 plus. We put a score behind it. Based on the goal, we need 65% of your inventory fresh so we can get those sales there. We want less than 10% age. This dealership's scoring an A. But when it comes to a sale rate, we look every day to a 2-week sale rate. And he's scoring a B here. Why? Because he's only selling 54% out of his fresh bucket, and it should be at 65%. And he's only selling 18% out of this bucket. We should be at least selling 25%. I can see right now his 31 to 45 day bucket, he's carrying 16%, and he's only clearing out 9%. So again, when we looked today, we looked at his last 2 weeks, and only 9% of his sales are coming out of that bucket. If he continues down this path, 7% will move on to the 46 to 60, become an aging issue. We break it down by price and see how pricing's being handled, and I even look at trades versus purchases, and I can see his trades are priced more aggressive at 96% than his purchases at 99%. We're going to be able to click on that and figure out what cars are in there. We already pre-highlighted the cars we think are concerns, and we're going to pull those cars up during our meeting call and ask you questions about them and kind of defend why we think you might want to make adjustments on them. We have a ton of data in here. As you can see, I'm going to click on here and pop up a window that gives us a lot of data. We have predictors of your historical sales rates where we predict where this car might sell based on your historical sales. Our biggest asset, and I'm going to skip ahead here because I want to make this video quick, is our stocking. Not only are we looking at trades versus purchases and how you own them, but we look at your certified and how you own them and how they're aging through and what you need to stock. But we also look at segments of cars. This is intermediate, compact, subcompact, anything down below we're heavy in, anything above we're light in and we need to stock more of. You're allowed to be able to just click on any of these segments maybe that we're heavy in, click on it, and we're going to pull up these compact SUVs. Again, we have pre-highlighted cars that we think are causing these problems for you. But not only that, we're going to take it into, we're looking at segments, but we also look at it by years, and we know what years are moving well and not, and we also look at it at price points. And again, any of these things that I'm heavy in, I can just click on and go attack my 15 to 17 cars and figure out what adjustments we need to make. Again, we're going to help you analyze this data each week to help attack it. But the biggest asset too is our stocking profile. We take all your historical data down to the year, make, model, trim. We know if you have it in stock, if you sold any, how fast do they sell, how much markup you had when it sold, what did they sell for, so I know how to own it next time. Also, do you need that year? Do you need that make? Do you need that class? Do you need that price? Also, do you need it for certification? Because we're looking at your CPO inventory. And we break your inventory down, again, by class, knowing which ones you're heavy, which ones you're light in. Anything in orange, we need more of. Anything in red, we're heavy in. But we do that down to the year, make, and certified. Now, this store happens to be a Chrysler Kia store, but we know Wranglers move real well on his lot, and he is light in them right now. And we could click on Wrangler and look at the year, make, and models of which ones we need to be going after. Okay. Now we also have a time frame to look at. So as a little bit of a recap, I just want to tell you, I just barely scratched the surface of the data that we do. We analyze. This is going to be a really deeper analytical look to how your lot as a whole is moving. We figure out what cars are those problems. We take that into your inventory management tool, look at the market, and make adjustments. Same with stocking. So hope this was helpful. We're really interested in helping our FCA accounts, and especially in this climate, most dealers are going to need as much help as they can as this market's moving. And the fact that we can look at your inventory daily, we're just going to make it quicker and faster and more analyze it deeper for you to help you out. If you need anything, again, jasonrice, lotpop.com. Hope to see you on this FCA program.